Just another day. How about yourself?
Just another day. Congratulations on the new position.
Well, thank you. Well, I guess it depends how much individuals want to use the expertise, but
Yeah,
I'm here if they need it.
that's good. It's very good.
Well, no more white for you. You're going all black, huh?
You know, I switch it up every so often. I think I got this suit in my my dresser after the third term, and I keep turning back to it. So,
Yeah. Was it a doomsday march, huh?
oh my
Where's
god.
the funeral at?
Well, it's gonna be my funeral soon. I keep getting like fucking heart palpitations. You know?
Well, I did ask, are you sure you wanted to do a third term? And is the court center open? Yes or no? Because if it is, get your ass out there.
It is. Yeah. It's kind of like in its beta phase right now. We're kind of waiting for a couple things, but it's cooking. I got a guy running it like 24/7.
Good to hear
so,
that. Just don't burn them out.
No, I'm trying my best. I had one person burn out, actually. I been trying to keep tabs because it's one of those things where like a lot of things are manuals. So I recognize. I try to tell my people, you know, do what you can. Do not feel like you're like stuck wherever you are, because too much repetition, it's gonna burn anybody else. No matter what it is you're doing. So
it's rich coming from the third term mayor here.
Well, you know, I had plans to. I had very specific plans, and so far, my entire term has consisted of like heavily peer reviewing messes the DOJ is making, and I just have not. It's like fucking round 3 all over again, if I'm gonna be honest. And
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I feel better today than over the weekend.
Well, why's that?
Well, we've been trying to keep communication up. Really, finally got this document done after 3 months, the process document. And the one that, you know, we looked at like fucking 3 months back, like November or October or whatever.
Did I look there with you?
I think you did. This is like way back of the state official shit. Like we literally just finished it like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, way.
Yeah.
Seems like it's taking a little bit there. Well, I guess glad that it's happened. If whatever the hell y'all got out of it is what you wanted, the reality, it shouldn't take that damn long.
Well, the latest thing is they're going to add a bunch of new charges to the penal code, legalizing a bunch of otherwise legal shit. And
legalizing a bunch of otherwise illegal stuff. Do you mean the other way?
Illegalizing.
Yeah. I just want to make sure I had that correctly.
Yeah. So I've been dealing with that mess because I can barely start the conversation without, you know, it's seeming a way that it's not, if that makes sense. So, you know, I gotta navigate things properly, politically.
Well, Mr. Chavez, I think I understand that quite often. There's a part to that is a skill that comes down to it, understanding what you want, they want, and getting in the middle in between. I think you and I did that quite well.
I do not disagree. Dally, thank you for the 13 months.
Our sides going to line up, but at the same time, not everyone's actually
much love, Mehdi.
I think for a lot of things, it comes down to philosophical differences. I'm very much a proponent for democracy first, right? And
that was the true intention of everything.
But now the way things are going, it seemingly is very clear intentions to circumvent everything we tried to fix over the last 3 months. So I've been trying to battle that. Luckily, me and the mayor up north are very much in line with things. Even though
who would that be?
Oh, it's
Mumbles.
I don't think
I've met him.
Yes,
I'm not too familiar with him.
He's a pretty good guy. He actually won by a pretty large margin. He's a part of the clowns up there.
clowns.
Yeah, it's a clown. Mumbles the clown. I mean, it's, listen, it's Blaine County. You know what I mean? Like, they're like the general population up there.
Well, I guess they vote for the people then, right?
Yep, that's it. Exactly it.
Oh, one on the other. All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know what? If he was voted in by the people, that's entirely fine. I have no qualms against that. Fair votes. Anyway.
So tell me more about your position. Like, what's the Turner gave me a very. He pretty much just mentioned that he asked you if you were available and if you could help assist the police department with like legal things.
He ended up giving me a call not too long ago and asking more so about, as you said, helping out in legal matters. That can range from anything as minute and minor as a simple arrest in terms of populating charges.
Please
now,
say
I'm not pushing them
legislation.
by any means, but at the same time, I was, I guess, deputized, so in a way I could, but I'm not going to. That's not the intent. I'm also not the DA. It doesn't. I have zero intention of filing any sort of court motions, files, everything. I'm happy to review over the material that you have for sufficient evidence, for ways of how to approach the case, for ways of questioning. But I will not be representing in terms of any sort of court case as is. Now, if it comes further, as he pointed towards, if you go the legislative route, I'm happy to assist as needed with that as well. I do not put my name on it by any means, but I'm happy to review that. That also comes to understanding for most officers as well. If an officer has a question, for example, penal code related, or how to interpret those things, I will appropriately do so, research it, get back to me if I need to, if there's legislative issues as well.
Holy fuck. That is amazing.
So, in a way, my role evolves as much as the people around decide that they want to use the expertise. If they don't use me, I don't do work. That's fine.
Turner and I spoke a lot about my desires that went unfulfilled with the past, let's just say, high command administration, to very much encourage law enforcement to investigate. And from said investigations, generate legislation to empower their ability to enforce the law.
And that's ideal. They should be able to have a communication with you and your cabinet to put something together for your city that makes sense.
Yes.
Because if we just enforce everything that we have and we don't bring forth issues that are forthcoming within the community, then how are you ever evolving? You become stuck.
That's exactly it. Problem is, I hate to drag you back in the bane of my existence these last couple of days, is based on the word of allegedly 1 or 2 law enforcement, certain things were just blanketly made illegal with no background, right?
Give me some context.
Jump boots are now contraband because word on the street is they only come from the cargo ship. I wish it was more complex than that, but it's not. So, it doesn't even need to be tied to. It's just illegal by nature. Now,
so
jump
let me
boots were.
get this, Mr. Chavez.
Yes.
Use this as a comparison. I don't know what defines me the nature of jump boots here. Like, what happens with these?
You jump with them and you go higher.
So why is that illegal? Unless someone's actually using it in, for example, the commission of a crime. Now, do you put as the penal code that those themselves are illegal, or the actual action itself? Because, Mr. Chavez, I'm standing here, I have a legally registered pistol on me. I have a car behind me. Both of them, one of them can be used to take someone's life. Technically, I could go ahead and shoot the person behind us. does that make the pistol inherently illegal? It's the action of what occurs should be the philosophy along those things. Same thing with any
precisely
sort of
what I
narcotics.
tried explaining.
If
Yeah.
a narcotic comes into market, that is a scheduled class medication. Those are chemical compounds that technically should be reviewed by SAMA and put together with that.
Yes, agreed. Yeah.
Now, the action of using or whatever jump boots, whatever the hell these things are, for the purpose of evading, your charge is evading. If you use them in a commission to do so, they are still confiscated. Just because, for example, I run faster because I have Nikes on versus sandals, does that mean Nikes are inherently illegal?
The
It's still evading.
articulation is because there's some kind of like boat that comes around. I don't know too much about it, but apparently people kill each other over getting what's inside. And the only known location these boots come from are that cargo ship. So the entire boot was made illegal simply having possession of it. So, the issue is, I'm gonna actually go out on a limb, right, and say, I think one could make an argument that this particular thing may designatively only come from there. But I would put forth that that argument needs to be codified.
Well articulated and not already applied.
Yes.
Correct. Backed in research, put forth as to something that is, as you said, articulated.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's a he
just-
said, she said, comes from the cargo. Like, how are people going to react to that? I mean, I'm gonna give you a even more dicey thing. There's already discussion about taking car parts and making them illegal. Because the belief is they only come from over there, and I'm just like, are you gonna fucking stop banning engines? Because, yeah, I don't know. I think you understand where I'm going with this. It's hard to even discuss. Just because
I
we
do
didn't see a
understand it.
ship from Japan come and like drop a fucking engine off doesn't mean it couldn't happen.
I think this becomes a. Mr. Chavez, there's a lot of words I probably use for this right now, and I'm not sure I'm
Welcome
putting
to
them
why I fucking hate
correctly.
this shit. Yeah.
I'm not too sure that I can correctly say them right now without knocking on a wall.
Welcome to how fucking difficult it is for me to speak about it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So it's yeah. But anyways, I think I'm slowly getting a wrap on how to resolve it. I do have a meeting set with the justices, and it's going to be hopefully we can come to common terms.
Yeah, alrighty. Fair enough.
So
Well, as such, I guess you kind of get what your wish was to have me around, but technicality, here I am. Use me as you need as well. I guess the offer extends through PD into your side as you need.
I'd love for you to take a look at my my new piece of legislation, right to property. I think it might be slightly overcooked. My legislators are they're kind of nerdy, I'm gonna be honest. I told them to undercook it, and shit is still fucking complicated.
Well, it has to be simple because, truthfully, if I can't understand it, you can't understand it. I'm guarantee you 99% of the
Yeah.
rest of the population, probably some of the judges couldn't either.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the intention of it is to effectively say that we're actually working on the First Amendment to the Constitution. We're going to do this 2 weeks ago. It was the right to liberty. Right?
Alrighty. Tell me about it then.
Well, the right to liberty doesn't currently exist in the Constitution. It's something I realized when I forgot what it was. It was like maybe 3 weeks ago. So I don't remember what spurred the conversation or the thought process, but naturally I was like, yeah, of course you have the right to liberty. And So I went back to the Constitution to kind of like derive out an argument. And all of a sudden I realized, wait, we don't have a fucking right to liberty, right? The freedom of movement, the freedom to, you know, pretty much all the things that are in the U.S. Constitution for the right to liberty. And,
right. The basic aspect of someone not being detained without reason or imprisoned. I mean, I technicality, you can establish, for example, penal code things just based upon that, hostage taking, etc., all those things.
Yep.
Your rights are then being impeded. And as such, any sort of law enforcement officer has to uphold that.
Yes. And I think that's what it was. I think it was a case of, you know, can someone or can someone not be detained randomly? I don't remember what it was. But in the same sense, this particular right to property expands on the clause in the Constitution, which is the right to property, and says everything is inherently legal unless legislated otherwise. So that would include like controlled substances in the Dosage Act, which is our drug scheduling legislation, whether it's like, you know, the weapon legislation, etc., so that as in idealistically, law enforcement investigates, they may derive correlations, and either through a new piece of legislation, something gets scheduled as being inherently illegal, or illegal if used in the act of a crime, or alternatively, you know, something goes to court and via case law becomes illegal. So,
Mr. Chavez, you understand how this was set up from the beginning. Technically, was for you from repealing the actual illegal nature of these, for example, jump boots here, and saying, I'm going to allow them in Los Santos.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about this thought behind all these things was that two would agree to make it statewide, unless there is something that is inherently under jurisprudence that they have deemed it as such. But reality, you all have the ability to control what you have in your penal code. You have a set statewide one, which has been that way for quite some time, but they can differ. I believe when y'all, I'm not sure who actually did the marijuana things first, but one of y'all did it, and I think both of y'all ended up doing it, right?
Yeah, we passed it term one, and then Fred signed it in his term.
Sure, it's easier
Fair
to
enough.
talk now,
But that's effectively what we're doing. We're sort of like foiling the county from, let's just say, arbitrary changes.
Hey, let me ask you, did any of these conversations take place with y'all?
Which ones?
About making things that were inherently illegal or illegal become illegal.
We were provided with a penal code, told that they were going to change the fines and times, and then out of the blue, they just kind of got pushed forward. So.
All righty.
Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a context behind that that I have not heard yet. I'd be happy to speak with the other ones and try to figure out some of the context, unless you have additional one.
No, I think that context is probably going to come whenever I have the meeting with, with the judiciary.
Well, fair enough. Then I guess it's not appropriate for me to assume too much.
Give me just 1 second. I might be getting hunted, by the way. Hey.
Don't say anything. There was a unmarked police vehicle that's around Magellan area. I spotted him on Vespucci. He was kind of coming over to your area. He's down south. He's by like the tattoo parlor area. If he comes up north or slow rolls, I'll just stay in the area, okay?
All right. I think someone pulled the gun in the vicinity as well.
Okay. I'm just making sure because it was unmarked, so I don't know why the fuck police have unmarked going over there, so if it's just regular patrolling.
Was it a CVPI?
Yeah.
Oh, that's the chief.
Oh, that's Turner?
Yeah.
Okay, no, then you're good then. That just kind of sussed the fuck out of me. You're good.
I appreciate it.
Alrighty. Take care.
Take care. But my security told me earlier the court center was covered with people blacked out, looking like they were looking for someone. So, but
well, it just sounds like another Tuesday. I think Monday at this point.
We are good though. I got some people watching, so.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Well then.
All right.
Anything else I can do for you, Mr. Chavez?
No, this is I'm fucking excited. I'm very excited. I would recommend there's a guy named Doc. He's been very good with trying to get PD-sided legislation pushed forward. So,
what did you say, Doc? Like Richard Doc or what?
No, not Doc. Doc, like a doctor.
Oh, alrighty, Doc there.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
So
I don't know. I feel biased to that name already.
Yeah, I wonder why.
You have no idea. I think that fourth wall is knocking again.
Jesus fucking Christ! All right. All right.
Hey, sorry, watching too many the Ryan Reynolds movies in the past.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very good. This is very fucking good. But please, yeah, do take a look at the legislation we're pushing, and any feedback is good. So,
hey, go ahead and send it over. I'm happy to take a look at it.
It's it'll be on the City Hall website.
Alrighty. Fair
All
enough.
right. Easy.
Take care, Mr. Chavez. Don't
Yeah.
get hunted or shot or anything.
I'll try my best.
Alrighty.
All right. You take care.
Here's where. By the way, this is how you cinematically walk away from something, not run away.
That's gonna be really good, to be honest. Oh my God! I should invite him. See if Michael's around.